everybody, it's Raya with Cooking with Pennies, and today, we are going back to our vintage cookbooks, not that we've kind of diverted yet, and this is the Pillsbury Look for No Cook Meals and Frosty Treats Simple Summer Meals, and this one is July 2001, I don't know if you can see it because of the glare, right there. In this book, they have summer sandwiches, great grilling, spotlight on salads, cool, and frosty treats. Some of these books are actually quite great, even though they're little. They have about 95 pages, some of them being advertisements, and you know, even I get as fortunate as, you know, there's like coupons in the back, even though I can't use them. But anyway, so this is what we're making. And I kind of like these recipes because it tells you like all the dietary stuff or the nutritional information, right? So in these ones, your sodium is going to be 480 milligrams, which isn't too bad. Don't ever add salt to my recipes when I'm cooking, and unless like the pork chops from yesterday, but normally I don't do that. I never did. I'm always, you know, food already has salt in it, and in my house we don't use the white salt. We actually only use Himalayan salt on when we do use it. I was gonna say on everything, but we don't put it on everything. So there's enough salt naturally within the food, and I don't feel like I need to add it. And you know what? Nobody suffered so far, and if they want to put it on afterwards, all the more power to them. So let's get cooking. Okay, so in this recipe, we got finely chopped cucumbers. So now, I also want you guys to remember that I'm doubling up all of these recipes because of my family size. Typically, these are for 4 servings. Instead of using a chopped tomato, I decided I wanted to try these fire roasted, that's what they are, fire roasted tomatoes that are already diced. So I put them in my little strainer just because I wanted to get out as much excess water or any kind of fluid as possible because I didn't want the pitas to get really soggy. And then I was measuring out a cup, and then I realized, you know what, there really isn't that much left, so I'm just gonna put the whole thing in. So now if you look at the smaller bowl over by the feta container, I'm making myself my own Mediterranean vegetable minus the pita because of my gluten-free diet right now. So you're gonna see me just adding in a little bit of stuff into that bowl. And you know what? This dish was pretty satisfying, and everybody said that it was pretty refreshing and tastes very fresh, which is pretty good. Cutting the onions, you see me crying right there. That was pretty bad. So you want to put in your chopped onions, a 1/4 cup. And then it's also calling for thinly sliced romaine lettuce. You want 3/4 cups of that. Looking pretty good right there. Get it in there. This really was a great recipe, very super easy. If I wasn't recording, I probably could have had this done in like 15 minutes. The recipe is now calling for a 1/4 cup of chopped pitted ripe olives. Everybody loves olives in this house, which is a lie. Nobody really does. But we had to have some kids choke down some olives today for dinner. You ever have that happen? What am I doing here? I have no idea. Oh, I'm eating some olives. I thought I took this one out. All right, so now we are going in with our herbs. So it's a 1/2 teaspoon of chopped fresh oregano. This is that like frozen or the just freeze-dried ones that come in. They're about $4.55 per container, but you get like 3 bunches of basil leaves and oregano leaves and all that other stuff. So I think it's a pretty good deal, especially with all this fresh cooking. Now we are going with the cayenne pepper. This is 1/8 teaspoon. I literally did like 2 shakes of the bottle, which is more than enough. The kids did definitely feel the heat. Now, There's also called for garlic powder, which I did not have, so I ended up substituting a 1/4 teaspoon of onion powder, and yeah, I don't think anybody would have tasted a difference had they known what was supposed to be in there, but the garlic powder really actually tastes really yummy. And then we also have to add in our oil as well. Oh, I forgot. We gotta do the lemon. So you need 1 teaspoon of grated lemon peel, but we're big lemon juice and lemon peel type people in my family, so I did way more than that, as you can tell. And then I figured to give it a little bit of something extra, I was doing this fresh squeezed lemon juice in each, which really gave it a nice acidity. And you can hear my dishwasher. So I realized as I was getting near completion of this that I did not cook the rice in time, so we had to grab some Uncle Ben's ready rice. This point right here, I was gonna put the feta cheese in because you need 1 ounce or a 1/4 cup of crumbled feta cheese. And I was talking to my husband, I was kind of telling him I didn't really think that was a good idea just because we have some non-cheese lovers in the house and we didn't want them gagging. So we decided to hold off on the feta and let people put it on as they wanted to. And we just did 2 tablespoons of olive oil, 1 tablespoon for me, and just mix it on up just like that. And just kind of make sure everything is all covered with the oil and just making sure that all the tomatoes are mixed in really well. So we did have a little pita issue, which is actually kind of funny. So I started cutting these pitas, but they had lines on them, like dotted indentations into the bread. So I was like, oh, well, we can make smaller pitas. So I cut off the little section and I was like, oh, now it looks a little uneven, so let me cut off the middle. And then I realized, oh my God, you can't open them. Excuse me. So this clip is basically me talking to my husband, trying to figure out why the pita was not opening. And I was trying to get pretty innovative by taking my knife and trying to kind of open it with the knife, which was not working all too well. And then my husband was even trying to kind of help with that. I even said to him, look, on the bread it says pita. So there's my gluten-free Mediterranean vegetable non-pita with our Uncle Ben's ready rice garden vegetable. And here are the bratlings eating and enjoying. And yet again, we did not have any leftovers for this duration of our dinner. So yay for another success. Here are all of the ingredients. There is my gluten-free. There is what everybody else had. And there's our rice. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day and see you guys later.